My microphone setting's really good. Don't hear any background noise, and I'm super clear. That's great, because I'm pretty sure my fish tank is making lots of splashing noises behind me. Alright, what time is it? 1 o'clock. What do I have to do here? I have to build the Abu Simbel. 2,200 population. I should be able to complete this mission in time. I only have about another hour and a half or so before I have to go lay down and take a nap for work tonight. But let's see what we can do here, shall we?
The glory of our Pharaoh, Ramses II, pervades the land. So that the legacy of his reign will live forever, it has been decreed that a great monument and temple dedicated to his rule be constructed deep in Nubia. And Pharaoh himself has selected the perfect spot for this creation. From the rose-colored sandstone cliffs overlooking the Nile's west bank at Abu Simbel, you will oversee the sculpting of 4 massive seated figures of His Majesty.
Take a breath, my guy.
Of the monument, cut from the living rock, will proclaim the heroic deeds of Pharaoh during his great triumph at the Battle of Kadesh.
Ah, yes, such a great battle that was.
While heralding the heroics of our leader, will also serve as a reminder to the peoples of Nubia of the greatness and power of Egypt. For while Nubia is rich in deposits of gold and other rare gems, its people have always sat uneasily under Egyptian dominion. To this end, you should be ever prepared for defense
and be able to dispatch troops should Pharaoh need them.
Sandstone can be exported for construction elsewhere in the kingdom, as can other items that you should be able to produce from the bountiful resources of the region. Precious little wood can be found, however. You will no doubt have to establish a trade route to import this commodity, for it will be needed for the immense sculpture's scaffolding.
Alright. Let's see what we have going on here. Alright. Well. That doesn't give us much room to work, does it? Anyway, the Abu Simbel goes right here. Right there. Nice. Okay. So, what can we produce? Sandstone and clay pits. I think the sandstone probably has to go... Yeah, I can't build it next to the cliffs, but I can build it over here. The game strongly suggested that I was going to need to produce sandstone. So, that's good. Food-wise, we have figs and barley, so we can produce beer. We can also build a cattle ranch, but I hate cattle ranches. So I guess first things first. Let's build a jeweler, bricks, linen, beer. It's probably going to be beer. Beer is probably going to be my main export. Let's take a look here. You buy beer. You're also a land trade route. That's pretty nice. You buy linen. You buy linen. You buy jewelry. Not really useful. You sell wood and buy linen. So the game seems like it wants me to do linen. But I think beer is going to be easier, at least as an initial export. Okay, we are going to need housing over here. Something like that. And then we're also just going to build like a line of houses here. Probably something like this is probably okay. Something simple, it doesn't have to be fancy. Because we're going to need to run a road along the coast here. But I don't want my housing to be directly next to the coast, because everything you build along the coast, that's probably going to be military ships, right? Transport wharfs? Transport wharfs. all those things hurt desirability. So we'll drop a water supply here and a water supply here. And then... I'm trying to think. I'm trying to grind the 2 neurons in my brain. Trying to figure out how I want to make this work. Eventually, we're probably going to have to build on both sides of the river because we don't really have a lot of room here. But for now... that should work fine. And then we'll start floodplain farming here. Yeah. We're gonna do food production. Mostly. And then on the other side, we'll do barley. I think something like that to start with will be fine. And then we can also irrigate all of this. There. I got it. I got it. It's fine. This is fine. It only looks ugly. It's not actually ugly. It's actually beautiful. Big, beautiful, bountiful, buoyant barley. There we go. I got it. It took some effort, but I got it. There we go. All right. Let's begin, shall we? So we're definitely going to need a dock. That's for sure. And the game has already strongly suggested that we're going to need to build a military at some point, but I don't think we're quite at that point yet where we can afford to do that. So for now, we're going to focus on barley production. We'll build a storage yard for barley and beer. One will be beer and one will be barley. And then we'll build, I don't know, 4 breweries? Yeah, we'll start with 4 breweries. We'll probably need more eventually, but that should be good enough to start with. Put another architect's post and firehouse at the end there. There we go. Excellent. Maybe we can start sending workers out? Maybe before the first flood? I would appreciate it. Alright, so we'll get at least a little bit of food going. That's good. So we have the Abu Simbel here. This is huge. I think mostly... Oh, I didn't know work camp was there, too. Neat. I think mostly this is going to be a stonemason carpenter's job. I don't think we need a whole lot of extra resources for that. I could be wrong about that. Okay, so we're just going to immediately start exporting beer. Well, I guess we need to open up some trade routes for that, huh? Yeah, you. These guys also sell copper, which we're going to need to import copper for weapons. Most notably, sandstone. Mendna Fair buys sandstone. But sandstone is really super dirt cheap. It's not very valuable. The game still suggested that we get sandstone production, which tells me that the game is going to have missions and tasks in order to produce sandstone. So we're going to set that up early so that we're ready to go. Even if it's just something like that. Just the most basic, simple design here. just to keep that running. So we had a little bit of food come in. Low desirability, huh? That's not really surprising, I guess. Lots of desirability issues already. There we go. Nothing that the old pickle statue can't fix. Alright, so we have a little bit of food coming in. It's not a lot. It's enough to get these houses upgraded. And at the moment, that's all we really need. But we can build another fig farm right here. Once the flood recedes. Yeah, I may look into playing some of the Anno games at some point. It's not really high on my list of games that I'm interested in, for lack of a better word. But I do know that it has at least, like, similar gameplay as the old Pharaoh games. So it might be worth looking into. Let's see, Ra is our patron god, so we'll want to build another temple to Ra. Ra, Rasputin. Here, we'll plop it there, I guess. I guess that works. It's gonna be like a little jank stretch of housing here. Literally just exists to provide workers. There we go. Alright, so we should be able to start selling beer. Yes. We're still gonna be short people. We could get more housing to rectify that. In fact, we probably should. We'll put a line of housing here as well. We'll put it on this side of the river. Something like that. And we'll put like a centralized infrastructure area here. There we go. And then temples to Phthah and Osiris. Do we need another one to Bast? Or not Bast, Ra? Yes. We'll put it down here. There we go. Excellent. Alright, so that'll provide another injection of workers. Should be enough to get our early game economy going. And then we'll go from there. We gotta focus on what the game says we're going to have to focus on, which means we're going to want to build a recruiter and a military academy soon. And then probably at least start working on some archers. Just so that we have somebody in case we get requests for military stuff. Okay. So I know I said... I said that this extra housing was going to provide more people. We are now short even more workers. But it'll resolve itself as more people come in, as we get our food situation worked out. We're gonna get a lot more people. And our next flood is in when? June. So we'll get a big injection of food coming in June. With as many people as want linen, it may be worth looking into importing flax early. Flax is super cheap. 54 to import it. Linen is super expensive. You get 160 for exporting it. And we have so many linen traders. But I think we need to go through at least another year or so of beer exports in order to get enough money to set that up. And even then, we're going to have to be looking into getting military stuff probably in the next couple of years. So, wood, we're gonna need copper. I think we can produce weapons. Yeah, we have weaponsmiths, so we don't have to import the weapons directly. Copper, though. Copper. It's almost worth it just to import the weapons if we had a place that would sell it to us. 240 gold to import copper. Very pricey. Very, very pricey. And then, of course, we can't use this territory over here at all because this is where our monument has to go. I don't think we can rotate... I mean, we can rotate the monument, but I don't think that actually helps us. So it has to go over here somewhere. Yeah. Okay. So the next food drop will be a big one. I'm even going to build more fig farms for next season, basically. And we'll put another granary, I don't know, here, I guess. That works. I don't want to get too congested in this area, because I think that'll make it difficult to expand later. Alright, but we have lots of food coming in now. Excellent. That means we'll have lots of people coming in, which is what we need. Alright. So we can start producing pottery. I'm not quite sure if I want to just yet, though. I guess I can. It's not a big deal. We have our emergency funds. If we go into debt, we go into debt. I failed the don't go into debt run a long time ago. So we'll go ahead and we'll build 3 potters. Right there. And I guess I could probably... I could do something like that. 50-50 pottery beer. Beer is our main export right now, but we really only have one trading partner for that, so we don't really need a bunch of extra space for beer. We need the space for pottery, and once we get to the point of importing flax for linen, that's when we're going to need like a dedicated storage yard specifically for linen. We're going to have a lot of traders who want that linen. And we're not really making any money on the beer right now because the bazaars are gobbling it up, but that's okay. And actually, now that I think about it more, I may want to just dive into linen now. How much is it going to cost to import lint flax? 650 just to open up the route? It's gonna put us into debt. It's gonna put us into a lot of debt. Because we have to open up the route, import the flax, which is probably going to be about another 650. And then start exporting linen. Yeah, why not? Let's go for it. Okay, we got an extra 1,500 gold for the pity money from Pharaoh. That's good. And, yeah. So we'll do this for now. It's basically the way that we set it up in the last mission, right? So we're going to import 800 flax, and we're going to export all of our linen. And we're going to have 4 weavers. We have plenty of extra room for more industry in here. Although, once again, desirability is leaving some things to be desired back here. But that's okay. Nothing a few fancy statues won't satisfy. What about you? You're also sad? Okay, well. We'll give you a bird statue this time. There we go. That's going to be a pervasive problem during this entire thing. It's just going to be a regular issue that we're going to have to deal with. And this will put us into debt in December, which is a great time to have debt. Oh, no, maybe we won't go into debt. We had some emergency sales of beer there that pulled us back from the brink. Okay, all right. Fair enough. All right, so we're getting copper. We're getting pottery in. That should start upgrading these houses. That'll get us more people. More people. More people means more production. And we also have sandstone. I'm gonna be very sad if we don't get a single sandstone request for this mission. I think it's happened before. In one of the earlier missions, where the, like, dialogue at the start was like, oh yeah, you also have this resource. And the only use for that resource is for requests, and we just never got any requests for it. It's like the game knows. The game knows, like, it's like red meat to mention a resource, and there have to be like, oh, we have to build that resource. We need it. We need it in our lives. Okay, well, we went into a little bit of debt. That's okay. That debt will resolve itself as we open up more trade routes for all of this delicious linen. Because I think we already have one trade partner for linen. Is it you? Yeah, you buy beer and linen. Where'd you go? Oh, there you are. Okay, you bought 400 beer. Okay. So who bought the linen? Oh. So the bazaars are gobbling up all of my linen. That's fine. Whatever. Once the bazaars are happy, then we'll start selling linen for real. We could start selling sandstone. We could open up a trade route to export sandstone. It's really not worth it to do that, though. Like, let's take a look at the sandstone trade routes. You buy 25 sandstone. Maximum 25 sandstone. So, sandstone is worth 32 to the exporter. So 25 sandstone, that's like, what? 640-ish? 670? Like a year. That's a year. It's just not really worth that much. Not compared to anything else. I mean, comparatively speaking, we're paying 160 for linen. Of course, that's minus the 42 or the 54 from importing flax. So we're really only making like 116 off of exporting linen. But even that, with the one trade route we have, 2,500, that's 25 units at 116 is, 2,000 Pharaoh bucks-ish, roughly. And we have a famine. We can stockpile figs and send food out. Although we should actually have enough food, even if we don't stockpile it. But we'll see. We'll stockpile it just to be safe. Yeah, on one hand, we're mining it out anyway, so there's no real harm in exporting it, but I don't know if I'd open up a special route to export it. Maybe if one of the other routes that, like, buys linen or something also buys sandstone, we'll start selling it, but that's probably going to be the extent of that. We're just holding on to sandstone for... Ooh, Karga Oasis, huh? What do you have for me, Karga Oasis? You buy beer, and you're a land route, and you sell figs. Hold on a second. You wanted me to send you figs because you didn't have enough figs, and now you're selling figs? Sure, why not? That'll also open up a route to sell pottery. We can sell extra pottery. That's not really going to be a big moneymaker for us, because we're going to be using a lot of pottery. But if we sell any surplus pottery, we can do that. That's fine. I can live with it. Okay. So we have plenty of food. No money, but that's okay. That seems to be a running theme here. Although we could give some of our savings to the city. That gives us a free 1,000 gold to use in case of, I don't know. I was going to say an emergency, but we don't really have an emergency going on right now. Oh well, it's fine. Guess we can build a few more work camps. That's not a bad idea. Here, we'll build like 3 work camps down here. Yeah, that'll work. For now, we're doing good on linen. Can we sell weapons? No. Okay. I think I already looked at that, but I just forgot because I have a potato brain. All right, let's build a recruiter, and then we're going to start setting up our archer forts. Because I want a few of them, because we're probably going to get requests for them at some point. The game did say that we would. So I don't want to. I don't want the game to deceive me, or I don't want to be deceived by the game. It was pretty straight up by it. Okay, we're doing pretty good as far as potters go. All of our potters, well, okay. Most of our potters have enough clay. Do I need a third one? Maybe. We'll let it run for a little bit longer. Alright, we're making a little bit of money here. That's good. Let us... I don't think we're ever going to fill up on linen. But I also don't have a reason not to just build a new storage yard. So we're going to be we're gonna do copper. Copper is so expensive. Let's start small. We're only going to do like 200 units of copper. Oh, well, thank you. What? I can't. You son of a gun, game. You son of a gun. They're gonna make me import gems to produce jewelry. Okay. Alright, well, we can try to complete this request. I don't know how well it's going to work. Alright, so we're gonna hold off on copper imports now, apparently. Why do we need... Whatever game. It's fine. It's fine. I'm not mad. I'm not mad. It's part of the game. We're okay. Let's unpause. I don't know if we can actually get that request done, but we're gonna try. We might as well. We have a bunch of linen coming in. We should be able to make up the cost. We are going to put a weapon boy down there. Okay.
I love the art of
So, for reference, I typically try to avoid importing gems to sell jewelry. And it's something that I've mentioned many times in my playthrough. It's just not worth it to import gems at 120 and then export jewelry at 150. But apparently the game's like, oh yeah, you could just import gems and build jewelry. You need to do jewelry. And it's like, okay. Alright, game. Fine. It's technically profitable. But only technically. Only in the barest of senses is it profitable. Okay, well, at least we got a bunch of money from the linen that they sent.
We're waiting for some cargo to be delivered to our ship.
Alright, so another thing we're going to have to do. We're not going to do it just yet. But we are going to need wood as well. Both for the construction project up here, the Abu Simbel, but also the game has strongly suggested that we build ships as well, because that's just what we need, is more things to do. Aha! What? Are you kidding me, game? Are you kidding me? 33 sandstone. So you might be wondering, why does this number infuriate me so much? That's because our storage yard only holds 32 units of anything. So the game is literally forcing me to build another storage yard for one more sandstone. The son of a gun. So dumb. So dumb, but okay, it's fine. The game's just trolling me a little bit. We're still fine. Hey.
I love the art of the deal.
You again?
Can't wait to trade my supplies.
Where's my copper? Where's my anything? You?
talk a fine bargain,
No.
my friend. I'll barely make back my costs.
You're a land route. Okay. Is it you?
Carrying water is not
Hey.
entertaining.
Philo,
Ah, you sell copper and gems.
that's my motto.
Okay. We may need more gems than just that, though. I know. Ugh, that's going to be close. I don't know if we can pull that off. Let's build a third jeweler down. Just to maybe increase that a little bit. Oh, this guy's having trouble with employees. Alright, well, we can put a slum house up here, I guess. That's fine. Okay, we're still doing pretty good, though. As much as I complain, as much as the game is trying to make me annoyed, we're still doing pretty good. Alright, we do need a conservatory, though. We're gonna put it there. I guess. I guess that's fine. Oof, look at all that food coming in. Delicious, delicious food. But the linen is doing very well for us. We're not going overboard on the copper, which is very nice. And we're starting to get some nice housing going. All right. Oh, it's the sandstone. I don't actually care about the sandstone one. It's the jewelry one that I want to finish. Okay, let's drop a courthouse. Good, I'm glad my kingdom standing went up. That will definitely help me in the long run. Okay, I think we have enough gems to get the request done. It's just a matter of them finishing their task in time. It's gonna be close, but I think we'll be able to do it. Now we have 2 sandstone storage jars that we need to fill with sandstone. Great. Alright, so we can build an archer fort. We'll plop that guy over here. Start getting at least a couple boys set up. Okay, so what is our rating requirement? Our rating requirement is not actually that bad. It's mostly the monument. Yeah, it's mostly the monument. So we can probably import wood now. 2,000? Sure, why not? It's also somebody else that we could sell linen to if we need to. We may need to increase our production of linen. Alright, we just barely got that through. Alright, I don't want you buying jewelry. I don't want my bazaars buying jewelry. None of them should be buying jewelry. Jewelry is an export resource. It's not for the people. The people don't deserve it. They just don't deserve it. We're just gonna export all of our jewelry. There we go. I could just stop producing jewelry, but what was that? Kingdom standing climbs. Okay. But we have the infrastructure set up for it now. We might as well keep making jewelry. I guess. Okay. Do we want to try to expand? Let's see, how much can we import? We're already almost at our limit of flax import. And nowhere else sells flax. Oh, wait. Kerma? No. Heh? Now, although you sell... Is this going to be a pottery game? Are you going to have to load up on pottery? Maybe. Could do that. That wouldn't actually be too difficult to do. Alright, let's get rid of this physician. We're going to move it down a little bit. We're going to move it down to, like, here. So, keeping in mind that we need so much space for that, we can just drop the footprint down. That way we know where it has to go. And then over here, we can just put a whole bunch of clay pits. Yeah. And then on the other side, we could put a whole bunch of potters. Oh. Right. We need a path here. Wait. Okay, that works. They still have to get into the build site. Makes sense. Workers rejoice at raise. Hooray. Fire risk, collapse risk. Okay. There we go. And then the docks are making people sad, so we'll just put some more pickle statues in. There we go. Everybody's happy with the pickle statues. It is A-okay. Okay, they may not be that happy with the pickle statues. Here, we'll put a sprawling man statue down instead. How does that sound? Oh, they love it! Oh, it's beautiful. Excellent. No physician or mortuary, huh? I mean, we can build another one down there. We're running a little bit short on people. With 78 additional workers needed, could be a problem. I need to be careful with my money. Because we're still limited on how much money we can make off of the linen. Okay. Eventually, the money will flow. Okay, game. I get it. You want me to raise the worker wages. There you go. Eventually, the money will flow, whether it be from linen or whether it will be from pottery. Eventually, we will make some money. These guys are unhappy with the standard of living. They need more desirable landscapes. That's fair. I need more desirable landscapes too. Okay, but we got lots of I keep trying to call it clay and then copper, and then it's actually just pottery.
It'll take all day.
Okay, there we go. Alright, we need to start working on this monument. Because otherwise we're going to be here all day. I just also want to be careful because we don't have a lot of money. You're buying linen, you're buying jewelry. That's all good and fine. But what we really need is to sell pottery. And a lot of pottery, too.
I love the art of the deer.
Okay, you buy pottery. That's good. I may need a second dock. Just to make this run a little bit more smoothly. Let's go ahead and put a potter over here. And then we'll put a dock here. I think that'll work pretty well. Still short on employees, but we're not really short on that many employees. Okay, that should clear up any congestion we have at the docks. We don't have anywhere near as much congestion as in the previous mission, but it's still something I want to be aware of. And let's also build... How do we want to do this? You know what? We're getting rid of this bazaar. It's in my way. There we go. Perfect. Alright, so we have a little bit of positive income now. Give them some fancy roads. Nice. This area over here. I don't know if I'm ever going to be able to get the desirability high enough in this area. Like, we can put a fancy statue here. Let's get one of the reasonable ones. But I think even then, I think this one right here is just always going to struggle. Oh well. Okay, let's start importing wood. You're gonna do this before. And now that we're in even more debt, that's the perfect time to do it. Let's go. But we've greatly expanded our pottery production, so that should make up for at least some of our export or imports. It's just a matter of time. River of Blood. Woe unto us! The waters, once the source of life and nourishment, are poisoned with blood. How long will it be until this vulgar blight is lifted? Delicious. I'm sure that's fine. There's nothing wrong with a little bit of a river of blood. Not a big deal. Not a big deal. I actually think it makes for a cool visual effect. Yeah. Yeah. Totally not dangerous at all. I have no idea what this does for me. It's spooky, I guess. It doesn't seem to affect anything, though. All of my crops are still fine. Well, these ones aren't, but these ones are always looking kind of sad. that should help a little bit, yeah. Okay. Somehow we're still keeping afloat. Mostly because of our pottery. Let's see. Imports are lower than exports. But overall, our costs are higher than our income. Great. That's great. Well, one thing we can do is collect our taxes. Yep, that's fine. We'll drop a tax collector here and a tax collector here. That'll help a little bit. But realistically speaking, these are only like mid-tier houses. They're not really going to make us a lot of money. Huh, I guess we can get this one upgraded. Fair enough. Like, they'll definitely help our expenses. Don't get me wrong there. Okay. Let's try to work off our massive debt for a while and see what we can do.
I love the art of the deal. I can't wait to trade my supplies.
I think the problem we're going to run into is we may start ending up selling way too much pottery, and we might start capping out our traders. Actually, they're pretty okay for now. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough, I suppose.
I love the art of the deal. I can't wait.
Hey. Okay, you buy beer and linen. Okay. He also sells copper. But it's fine. We're fine. This is okay. We're doing okay. Don't mind the Bloody River. It's supposed to be that color. Everybody likes the Kool-Aid River. Oh, yeah. Okay. Ooh. Huh. Oh, it's affecting our water supply. Oh. Oh, I see. That's not good. Turns out people don't want to drink blood. Who would have thought? Well, this is a little bit of a problem. What about wells? Wells don't work at all. Back in ew? What? It's just a little bit of blood. It's just a little bit of red in the water. It's okay. It'll be fine. It'll be okay. We'll be fine. Maybe. So, with this chaos that's happening, we're going to have to rework our overseer so that when the chaos ends, our water building has the most priority. In fact, we could just put hygiene at 1 in general. Yeah. There we go. So I see, I was afraid that the River of Blood was going to cause problems with our food supply. Turns out it causes problems with our water supply, because nobody wants to drink blood. For some reason.
Jobs everywhere, and not a worker to fill them.
But it's okay. We're fine. Oh, a gift of money? Thank you. Yeah, yep. Red water. Water is bad. Although, I don't know. This water carrier seems to be doing fine. So why isn't this one? Wait. No, it has a road. Here, let's try to build... I think I'm going to go with your plan. I'm going to build another water supply here. And I'm going to see what happens. Because it should still provide water, right? Or is it because it's... Or is this one fine because of the floodplain? I don't know. These ones over here are still producing water carriers. Or at least they seem to be. It's just these ones over here that aren't. I don't know. Could I maybe do something like... this? Since it seems like the floodplain water is fine. Oh, there's a water carrier finally getting out here. But I think that's one of these water carriers that are just traveling very far. Yeah. Yeah, it was literally just an adventurous water carrier that just made it that far. The problem with this is that this is going to open up the floodgates to everybody wandering out into the floodplain. Because, of course, where else would you go other than into a dangerous floodplain? Oh. Oh, these guys are getting water now. Okay, the flood's... Okay, alright. The red water is gone. Okay, we're good. We're good to go. No more blood in the water. Yeah, we're fine. We are A-okay. Just a little bit of red water. Yeah, it has to be tied to the floodplain somehow. That's the only thing I can figure. It's the only reason I could think of as to why this area over here would not have water, but this area over here would. Anyway, we have lots of money now. We should get a bunch of people coming in. Yeah. Because they just departed because of the red water, and now they're fine. Okay. So now we need to ruin our desirability in this area. We're gonna build a dock and a couple transport wharfs. I'm doing this now because I know we're going to need it, probably, eventually. And while we have the extra money, I might as well. Also, I have to go to the bathroom again. I'm chugging down the water because of the stream. So I will be right back once again. Alright, did everybody die of the dreaded plague yet? No, but we have some transport ships already, so that's pretty nice. Okay. So we have an army being built. We could build another archer fort. I don't really know what we're not going to need or how much we're going to need. I'm just kind of winging it. What we are going to need is more people. And also a stonemason and a carpenter's guild. That way they can start working on this monument. But they're also going to be very annoyed because this is not a very desirable location to be in. There we go. Although, courthouse. You guys are having problems with the courthouse? There's a courthouse right here. Oh, whatever, I guess. It is what it is. Our food situation is still good. Enough food for about 3,200 people. If you say so, game. If you say so. I like how I just never believe that number. I always check that number, and then I look at it, and I raise my eyebrows, and I'm like, is it though? Is that true? I mean, in the last mission, they said that we were producing and importing enough food for, like, 500 people. And we very clearly had way more people than that. So, you can excuse me a little bit if I'm a little bit suspicious about those numbers. Alright, well, we have some boys, so that's good. I like me some good boys. Now, we don't have a academy, so I cannot imagine, I could be wrong, but I cannot imagine that the game would send us into that difficult of a military scenario if they weren't going to give me an academy and or chariots. I could be wrong about that, but that's just kind of the vibes that I get, the feelings that I have. So we should start working on this monument, but we need more wood to do it. But we should get it in. We should be getting it in soon, if not. No, it's gonna be soon, huh? Soon and not now. Alright, let's build another Carpenter's Guild. Another Stonemason's Guild, and we're going to import 400? 400 wood? Sure, why not? Now, over here on the other side, we could build another line of housing here. There's definitely space for it, and there's also floodplains on this side of the river, too. We got the boys ready. So we just need to work towards completing the mission at this point. Which means more pops. Do like a section of housing like that. There we go. Another gift of linen and 11 months for jewelry. 900 jewelry, huh? We should be able to make that work. Okay. Pop water supply. And a bazaar. And our architect post. And our firehouse. We'll build Temple to Ptah, Temple to Osiris, Temple to Ra, another Temple of Ra for good measure right there. Nice, nice. We'll plop a granary down over here as well. We'll plop it over here. Something like that. Stick a work camp or 2 down. I know it says employees needed. We'll be fine. I promise. I promise we'll be fine. And now, I guess we're just gonna do something like this. I want to keep the back end open for irrigation. But we have plenty of room here for farms. Maybe not barley, but we don't need more barley. I think we have plenty of barley as it is. Oh, that's not gonna work. Ah, these floodplains are so finicky. Guess we're gonna do something like that. That's fine. Good enough for me. There we go. All right. So now we just need some entertainment over here. Should be doable. We'll plop a bandstand down. And the buildings I need to run it. Because I need special buildings on either side of the river for the entertainment, because they can't cross the river for some wild and crazy reason. I don't know why. It's just the way the game says. I'll put some gardens in. There we go. Nice. And then we'll see where this goes from here. We're definitely not done over here. There's definitely more that needs to be placed. But we'll see how far that gets us. But we should start having workers show up over here, right? I mean, the game says work is progressing nicely, but I'm not seeing any work being done. So these houses need scribal schools and libraries and dentists and all that cool stuff. We don't have time for that. We're not going to be doing any of that. We don't need to progress our houses that far in order to complete the mission, so we're not going to. We only need, what is it, 2,200 people. We do need my personal mansion. We're gonna put that there. Perfect. Okay, so this is slowly being transformed. You can see the work progressing slowly. You just can't see the workers working on it because, well, the game hates me and it likes making me mad. But that's okay. There he is. Oh, never mind. I saw him. I saw a worker there. And then he disappeared. It's a mystery. It's a mystery. Yeah, this is going pretty good. We have courthouses. So that should upgrade this entire length eventually. It might take some time. It might take a hot minute. But we'll get some nice housing over there. Oh, and we can start selling jewelry again. Yeah. There we go. So now we work towards our ratings so that we can fast forward the game to finish the mission. No dentist, no mortuary. Too few musicians. We can plop a few dentists around. Yeah, 3% unemployment. We have the space. We have the technology. Pop a couple over here, too. There we go. Excellent. That should help. Musicians may be a little bit harder. Too few Senate houses. I mean, I could build a Senate house. You know what? Let's go. We're making plenty of beer. One Senate house, please. Okay. That might single-handedly pull my culture up. Maybe. It actually needs beer to function, though.
I'm bored. I guess I'll brush my teeth again.
Can we get some beer for our Senate house? I would appreciate it. What is Senate? Contest that depicts a journey through the afterlife. People do not like living near a Senate house. So it's like the game of life, except ancient Egyptian style? I suppose so. Yeah, I only really need one Senate house for that. We can build gems. Okay. Alright. Game's really trying to annoy me with these stupid requests. Whatever. It's fine. We'll put another bandstand over there. Financially, we're still struggling a little bit. Well, we want to be a little bit careful. We have all this pottery, but we're probably starting to run up to the limits of how much people are willing to buy from us. Yeah. So our choices are really to, like, import more flax for linen, or just kind of accept that this is the way it is. Or we could beg Ra. We could always beg Ra for help, because he's always been so helpful in the past. Okay. Yeah, it's fine. Just a little bit of debt. Ra, please. Have people buy more pottery. I would appreciate it. Alright, we're slowly working through here. Yeah, that's...
My stonework.
That's still profoundly disappointing. They pulled out all of the, like, life out of animating building the monuments. I definitely recommend, if you want to see the monuments be built, if you're interested in that, definitely, like, the old game was the way to go about that. Any of the monuments that seem to, like, take the intricacies or require intricate work has just all been replaced with basic animations. Like, functionally, the game still plays exactly the same. It doesn't matter. But, I don't know. Maybe after we complete all of the missions, we'll go back and play through the original game. Or not, not the entirety of the original game. That would be crazy. But maybe at least, like, the expansion content. Because I know, like, the expansion content in the remake is going to be super watered down. Or is super watered down, not going to be. It definitely is. What's your problem? No physician? Okay, I know you're gonna get mad if I destroy this statue. But bear with me. We'll give you a couple cat statues instead. And then you won't die of disease. So you make your choice, whether that is acceptable enough for you. Okay, where are we at now? Culture is still low. Too few jugglers. Yeah, I guess you're right. There is too few jugglers. I could build a dance school somewhere. I don't know why I just disregarded that as an option. Where did this come from? Whatever. Whatever, game. You do being weird, game. And we'll also need a pavilion on this side, too. I just don't know where to put it. I don't know. We'll just make, like, an artificial pavilion here, just for the culture. Just to grind out the culture. Kind of sucks that we have to do that, but it's just kind of the nature of the game. Go, and we'll put a dance school right next to it. It doesn't matter. We're not upgrading the houses any farther, so we don't really need it to spread. We just need the spots, basically. Oh, look at those handsome men popping out of the stonework. Nice. Okay, where does that lead us? Well, our entertainment buildings have to be actually manned before they affect our culture. So there's that. But that should at least do our diversions. Yes, they're all perfect. Health. It's mostly just physicians that we need. Okay. I mean, we can plop a couple extra physicians down. That's not a big deal. Shouldn't take much. Reputation is good. Trade is better though. Can you help me with the trade, Mr. Rawman? I would appreciate it. How does it look now? Alright, well, we have everything we need. Time for the fast forward button. Let's go. But pottery is selling quite well. I approve. Oh, what the? What? Plague of frogs. An ugly curse has descended over the land. Multitudes of frogs pollute our streets and dwellings, forcing residents from their home. There's a frog.
I can't find a place to live.
Wait, I saw it. Where did it go? Frogs. Frogs, no. Where are they? There they are. There's some frogs. I can't click on them. They're just like jumping into the houses. Okay, and then immediately plaguing them. Neat. This is fine. We're fine. We're okay. Nothing bad's happened. It's just frogs. Frogs aren't scary. Oh. I think we're fine. We'll recover. Not a big deal. Let's go. Yeah. Good, good. Hey!
A job well done.
A little bit of a jump scare there.
Second is quite pleased with the colossal monument that you created in his honor at Abu Simbel.
Yeah. Yeah, we did a good job. It doesn't look... It looks kind of weird. It's like jutting into the wall there. You kind of can't see this one at all because of the rock formation. It's a little bit funky. Just a little bit funky. Alright, there's our city. Nice. Hey, remember that mission that we've done 3 times already? We're going back. But that's not going to be until next time, because I think we're done with today's stream. I really need to get an exit stream so that it doesn't say stream starting soon. Next stream, let's see. Today is today's Saturday. This is Monday? No, it's Friday. There we go. It's Friday. I work tonight, tomorrow night, and Sunday night. So I probably won't be doing much streaming. I believe Monday or Tuesday I'm going to be helping my dad with something, although I'm not quite sure of the time, the date, or how long that's going to take. I'm helping him put a fence up. So probably sometime either Monday or Tuesday. If not then next Thursday. Thursday night, me after dark, maybe, will be when my next stream is. I don't know. I haven't obviously there's a lot of questions right now. I don't have the answer to them. But my next stream, other than the After Dark stream, is going to be Majesty 2. We're going to hop back into that. So thank you everybody for watching, for joining in, all you new folks who followed. I appreciate every single one of you, and I'll see you next time. But until then, happy gaming.